what's in store for you, and she urged you to go there.
But I want to tell you, that first time winning that kind of money, I thought it was a one-time thing. But the casino offered me a room for the next night, come and have dinner and see Paul Anka in concert.
That tells me that that's not a daily event.
They wanted their money back, I think.
That's not something that happens to everyone. Yeah, you know, something special, you got it, and that's why the casino gave you the room to play.
Well, I don't know, but we went back the next night, and I thought, we went to the show, and I met Paul Anka, and it was great. But after the show, I went out on the floor, and I was looking to find that same machine that I had won that money at the night before, and it wasn't available. Someone else was playing that machine, so I got upset or panicky, thinking, gee,
Oh, somebody else has that lucky machine.
Yeah,
today.
someone else has a lucky machine. So I sat at another machine and started playing that one, and I won $2,000.
So not bad.
20 minutes after that.
But you were disappointed, I bet. Oh, it's not a 10,000.
Well, no, I wasn't. I mean, I was happy, but every 20 minutes on average, I was winning at least $1,000.
I can see our viewers watching this, and many of them may have gone to Foxwoods or Mohegan Sun or Las Vegas and saying, that never happened to me.
Well,
so how did this happen to Debbie?
I didn't know why it happened to me, but I have to say, the first 5 months that I played at Mohegan Sun, I won $400,000 playing dollar slot machines. I was going an average of 3 times a week, I think, at that time. And so winning all that money, I gave that money to my friend while she was alive to help her with her medical.
I think that is what really made me say, I want to call Debbie in so that she can be on the show. Because it's not just about winning money, it's not just about knowing how to beat the slots and know how to play it and all that. It's what you did with all the winnings.
Well, it was fun. I mean, I'm not going to say it's not fun to win money, but I think it's more important that I met a lot of wonderful people at the casino, which blew my mind, when I was thinking back about what my parents had taught me, never to go there and not to talk to people there. And so I was meeting all these different people from all walks of life, and they were nothing like my parents had warned me about.
So your parents painted a picture of a group of people that are not good to have as friends, and not good to move with.
I think it was
a bad habit that they had.
I think it was them trying to instill fear in me so that I wouldn't go, ever. And I think that's the problem. People, they don't enjoy their lives because they have so much fear of what's going to happen. They plan and they, do all these things to try to avoid disappointment or losing in life, and really you only have this one moment right now, one moment at a time.
I guess, whether it's gambling or whether it's just simple career or business even, one has to take some risks, at least first, just not have fear.
Every day is a risk. When you're getting up in the morning, it's a blessing and it's a risk at the same time.
But we don't look at it that way. Whereas anything that we want to achieve, that scares us.
Well, when I saw my friend deteriorating in front of my eyes, it was 5 months before she died, from the time she found out that she was sick. And watching her in that way, all I could think was, life is very short, For some, it's shorter than others. Why not enjoy yourself if you find something that makes you happy, whatever it is?
So this one, although you went to play in the casino so that you can help your friend, you still enjoyed it?
I think that's what drove me there.
But then you enjoyed it so much, you kind of kept going.
Of course. I mean, I was a winner. But I want to tell you that it's also my frame of mind. I never walked into that place thinking I would be a loser. I would go on the elevators there coming in, and people would say, you know, I'm going to lose so much money, or it's my monthly deposit, or whatever they would say. They didn't go in there as a winner. They went in there expecting to lose, and they did it probably.
And that's good to know that you have to go with a positive mind.
You do.
If you go in with a
negative mind. Well, I think everything in life you should try to expect the best outcome possible.
I like all the philosophies you've mentioned in the book.
You do?
Know, at times I chuckled at it, sometimes I said, oh, it's so true. But then I feel it's kind of true of our generation. You know, some of the
way you think?
Kind of thinking that we had before, and how we've come around to learn to enjoy life and take things as they come.
Yeah.
Be grateful for things you get, and then be charitable with what you have.
I think that's really important to share with others. You know, if you hoard it to yourself, it's not going to help you or anybody else. Yeah.
So it's not just that friend, right, who died of cancer? You still kept helping others?
Well, before she died, I made a promise to her. She used to call me her angel, you know, but I made a promise to her that if I kept winning, I would continue to help other people that were in similar situations.
In your book, also you mentioned that sometimes you would go at a certain time of the day, play for hours, or you know, sometimes late in the night, or sometimes early in the morning. Did it matter when you went, and did it kind of make you feel, hey, what am I doing at all these unearthly hours, sitting here and playing?
No, it was like a whole different world. It really is like a whole different world there. And people build friendships. I think when I lost my friend, there was like a loneliness inside of me, you know, and I think that's one of the reasons why people go to casinos. It's not only because of the entertainment. I think they have this need to connect with other people, and it's very easy to do there because you're sitting right next to other people.
I see.
You're kind of forced into talking to them, you know.
And your husband went with you too, right? To play on the casino. So you had support from him. It was okay that you were going, or not?
Sometimes.
So how did that work?
Not so much, you know. He also had the same upbringing I did, so it wasn't as easy for him to accept.
Would it have been any different if you had lost money?
If I had lost money,
would you have gone on? We only have 5 minutes left. Can we have a close-up of the book, if we can, before we...
I think it's important to know that, like I had said before, and you had said before, life is very short. Whatever makes you happy, you should do it. And it doesn't make any difference if you win or lose. It's what is making you happy. For me, all those friendships I made there, it was making me happy. So I wanted to be there. It didn't make any difference if I was playing a slot machine or not.
So this book, you don't just give the mechanics of how you won the slot machines, you know, won at the slot machines.
No, it's my story.
But you also give a whole story around it, with all the people, the characters involved.
I met a lot of celebrities too.
It's alive. I mean, it's nonfiction. It's something that happened.
I call
really.
it creative nonfiction. I won't admit to everything that happened.
And then you won millions of dollars, really, in a short period of time.
In the book, I say $3.4 million in the first 5 years. It was more like 8.9 million.
The total.
All little wins, not any big wins. All little wins, $1,000 at a time.
Yeah. And that kind of a thing also brings unwanted attention sometimes.
Yes, I was hounded by people wanting money.
You have your friends and other people who want you to be generous with them because you want something.
Actually, no, none of those people at the casino were
not
those.
The friends at the casino. Then there were more relatives, more like relatives.
Yeah, older friends,
older
relatives.
Friends and relatives. Okay.
I was very generous with everybody, but they were jealous. They wanted it to be them. People weren't happy for me, you know, to have that kind of winning. They wanted it to be them.
Do you think that a person can take away some important lessons from your book and really be successful at the slot machines?
Well, I have people that have used my slot tips that are in the book, and they have won money for the first time in their lives.
I see.
So they do work. It's not chance. There's an actual formula, you know, to follow.
Yeah, I note that you sit for hours, and I don't think many people can sit for more than even half an hour or an hour sometimes. So you need that kind of a patience with it and stay with it kind of mentality.
You do.
We only have 2 minutes left.
Okay.
The time flew. There's so much more I wanted to ask you about, which is why I recommended, you know, I suggested you do a second show with me. It's a wonderful book. I enjoyed it thoroughly. You have an easy style. Lots of good philosophical thoughts. So keep writing lovely books like this.
Thank you.
It's really wonderful, and I'm going to pick your brain some more on more shows. So I invite you to come back on the show, so we can talk some more about your philosophies, your health.
I do want to say, though, what was I going to say? I was going to say that it's important to know that I feel it's important to know that money did not change me. It changes a lot of people, but it did not change me.
Meeting all the celebrity, getting all those big
I'm the same person I was.
Gifts and giveaways at the casino.
More open now, though, than I was. It opened me up to a different, you know, perspective.
That is wonderful. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for explaining everything to me. I just enjoyed your book. I'm waiting for the next book.
Thanks.
You know, if you write the next book, please let me know. And before it's published, give me a copy. I'll read it for you.
All right.
Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the show. That was Debbie Tosun Kilday. And please tune in again next week. We're going to talk some more about her books and other activities that she's been involved with. So until next time, goodbye.